Hey, thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Wanted to pick up the story here where Jacob has gone and is living with his uncle Laban, and is has gotten the right to marry both Rachel and Leah, and is working that time off. And so we pick up the story after that, a little bit later on, and the relationship there between Laban and Jacob is strained. There's problems with their men, in conflict with one another and all of that stuff. And then God comes and tells Jacob to return to his homeland. It's time to leave and go back. And so rather than just obey right away, we see Jacob go to his wives, and he goes through this whole, it's like gossip or complaining, and they kind of feed off of one another and are getting revved up, and finally at the end of the whole discussion, then finally he will, they agree, okay, well, it's time to go. And so we're going to pick up here in 19, where it says, when Laban had gone to shear his sheep, Rachel stole her father's household gods. Moreover, Jacob deceived Laban the Aramean by not telling him he was running away. So he fled with all he had, and crossing the river, he headed for the hill country of Gilead. Dum dum dum. So, what do we see Jacob doing here? There's a conflict coming, and rather than go and face the conflict, he does what he's done before. What did he do when he had a conflict with Esau? He fled. He ran away. And this is a character flaw that Jacob shows, and that I see more and more. And husbands, I'm talking to you, we become a conflict avoider. Now, I hear some of you saying, oh, but Jesus said that we need to be a peacemaker. Blessed are the peacemakers. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. That is what he said on the Sermon on the Mount. And it also says in Romans 12, as far as it is up to you, you should make every effort to live at peace with everyone. All absolutely true. But that's not what we're dealing with. That's not the situation here. This situation here is that God gave Jacob an instruction, and he said, go do this. And it seems like he needed to go talk to his wives and get encouragement from them, and then rather than going to Laban and saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do, he waits for Laban to leave, and then he sneaks off. What was his motivation? Was his motivation, I need to obey God. I need to seek peace. No, his motivation was fear. Just plain old fear. So I want to encourage you that fear is normal. God designed you with fear. It's a survival strategy. And it's okay to feel fear. The problem is when you allow fear to control your thoughts and your decisions and your actions. The devil wants you to live in fear. He wants you to run away from both the real and the imagined fears that you have in your life. Don't let him have that victory. Don't allow those fears to control your life. We have this in our imagination, these monsters that are these huge like fangs that you see in the monster movies and all of that. And when your fears actually are confronted, you find that they're not nearly as big and covered with fangs and as scary as you imagine them to be. And you have to remember, with God on your side, what monster can stand against you?